No, no, I don't buy it.
What?
You're not a hitman. I tried looking you up and nothing. It's like you don't even exist.
I guess I'm just your fantasy.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Maniac Central. It's your buddy Chris here, and welcome to my review for Hitman. Directed by Richard Linklater and starring Glen Powell, Adria Arjona, and Austin Emilio, Hitman follows Gary Johnson, who is a mild-mannered college professor who moonlights as a decoy hitman for the police department. Finds himself in a complicated situation when he begins to fall for a new client, Madison, played by Adria Arjona. So I first heard about this movie back earlier this year when the positive reviews were pouring out of the film festivals, and it was getting really, really good buzz. It holds a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is very impressive. I was hearing a lot about this through Sean Chandler, who is also a fellow YouTuber. You might have heard of him. I watch him a lot. I watch Cody Leach, 3C, Chris Parker at 3C Films, Chris Stutman, Zach Pope, Killjoy Jake. If you have not seen any of their channels or any of their videos, go check them out. They're awesome. But yeah, Glen Powell, he's fantastic. And he's fantastic in this movie. I think he's becoming the new Hollywood leading man. You know, Ryan Gosling, he was big, in the 2000s. He's still pretty popular today. He had his great performance as Ken last year in Barbie. He was fantastic in The Fall Guy. But it's Glen Powell. I think he's really making an impact on Hollywood. I think he's becoming the guy. And so, and he's proved it once again with Hitman. Like I said, I watched this. It's streaming on Netflix today. It came out in theaters, kind of limited release a couple weeks ago. I didn't get a chance to see it because it didn't come to any of my theaters around me. But of course, it premiered, in film festivals months ago. And so, but yeah, it's streaming on Netflix. So if you haven't watched it yet, go check it out. But yeah, I watched it today and I loved it. I thought it was great. It was every bit as good as I thought it would be. I thought Glen Powell gave a fantastic performance in this movie. I thought his character was fantastic. It just kind of it teaches you how appearances can be deceptive, and yeah, it's very funny. At first, he seems like this kind of like geeky, kind of mild-mannered guy who's just like nervous, and then all of a sudden, it's like when he's on the job, it's like he's this tough guy. He knows all about the biz. He's just a complete natural, and so I thought he was great. I thought Adria Arjona was fantastic in here as Madison, and I thought the chemistry that she had with him was perfect. But I also have to give credit to Austin Emilio, who plays Jasper, who is a one of his co-workers, who's also a cop. He's kind of a douchebag. He was kind of like his replacement early on in the movie because he went away for a bit, but his character he came back, and now he's kind of jealous of how successful Gary has become. And so I thought his performance all throughout the movie was good. But it's I liked the fact that this movie it's less so action and more like comedy, romance, and crime. The whole. But then about midway through the movie, it kind of takes sort of a darker turn and throws in a bit of that dark thriller elements to it. And I actually thought that was kind of cool. But and I also like the commentary that it has, like on Hitman. It's mentioned early on in the movie about how hitmen, do they actually really exist? Are there actually people out there that would actually take care of a problem, for you if you're in a bad relationship, or you work with somebody you really can't stand, or you work for somebody you really can't stand, and they would actually carry out a hit for you. I mean, not that I would do that. I wouldn't do something like that, because I'm not in that situation, so I don't need to do that. But I thought it was interesting. But yeah, Hitman, I thought it was great. If you haven't seen it yet, highly recommend checking it out. And but yeah, I give Hitman 8.5 out of 10. I thought it was great. as I say, Glen Powell was fantastic. The chemistry between him and Adria Arjona was great. But yeah, great story. I loved it. It's definitely one of Netflix's better original movies. And I wish they had more movies that were original movies that were that good that were also in theaters. So, but yeah, great movie. Highly recommend checking it out. Thank you for checking out this video. If you enjoyed that, hit that like button. Also, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Also, join me in the comments down below and let me know your thoughts. Also, I'll have a link for my Criticalist profile in the description. Make sure you go check that out as well. As always, I love you guys. You guys are the best, and I will see you next time.